Luka Doncic is back in the most dangerous form of his career, leaner, sharper, and ready to turn the Lakers into the NBA's next nightmare. But after the LeBron era ends, can Luka carry Los Angeles past the unstoppable Thunder and Spurs?
Lakers' Luka Doncic has spoken, and Laker fans, you will want to hear the latest from the Lakers superstar regarding health and where he is at heading into training camp. Luka also taking the team to Slovenia for a mini camp. We'll discuss that and much more. Plus, sometime very soon, we'll know the entire schedule for the season. Today, we will play the schedule maker and decide who we want to see on opening night and Christmas Day. Who will the Lakers be playing? And the NBA offseason was wild. So many big names on the move. LeBron, Jalen, Giannis, Kessler, just to name a few. Brez and Mark will weigh in on who they think made the best moves of the summer.
That's right. Luka posted this picture to Instagram today looking pretty lean. He invited the whole team to Slovenia, including two-way players. How about that? Portland Trail Blazers, two-way players get to come too. Invited them all to Slovenia to come for a 4-day session where the players are going to get on the court together for the Lakers. They're going to start to build some chemistry, and we're going to see Luka in that main leadership role. So good to see that Luka is looking like the slim and trim version of himself. We know that he has had some weight battles in the past, came into last season in excellent shape, and looks like he intends to do so again this season. You know, he is going to be the unquestioned leader of this Lakers team. Marcus Smart, who was a very prominent voice in the locker room last year, no longer there. He went to the Houston Rockets, and LeBron James obviously moving on to the Philadelphia 76ers. So there is a leadership vacuum on this Lakers team, and Luka appears to be poised to step into it. It's not an unfamiliar role with him. He was certainly in a leadership role with the Dallas Mavericks and has been the player the Lakers have been building around since they acquired him a year and a half ago. But nonetheless, good to see Luka very locked in, very focused. Looks like he is in great shape currently and inviting the team to Slovenia to train.
Then you have your top tier, tier one, your juggernauts, Spurs and OKC, according to the odds, and everybody else. They're still the two best teams. And then there are the Lakers. Like, where do you guys see the Lakers? And can anyone kind of crack into that top two, Brett?
Yeah, the Lakers finished fourth last season. I think they're going to be 4 or 5. I do like that. I feel like Minnesota is a weaker team. You know, it all comes down to, can a team lose a very still functional LeBron James and improve or even stay the same? Hey, nothing wrong with being a top 4 team in the West. That's going to be the key. See the standings there again. And yeah, I mean, the Lakers had a really good run. I mean, 52 wins.
That's 16-2. March helped.
Yeah. I think I'd feel better about saying, you know, can they challenge San Antonio or OKC? Had we seen a fully healthy Laker playoff team do more than it did against OKC. No one expected them to do much without Luka. And of course, you know, they lost in 4. But, you know, had they taken a couple games off them, then it's like, oh, okay, let's... And then, hey, you add Walker Kessler. Like I said, they needed a center. They've needed one for years, and they got him, Keith.
Yeah. The Lakers are a wild card team, but not as a play-in team, clearly, but just how they are in that second-tier mix because the great starting point, Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, they're healthier. They got younger. They got the center with Walker Kessler. You obviously, on the downside, lose LeBron James and his body of work leadership, but defensively, we don't quite know outside of Kessler what they're going to bring. And heaven forbid if Kessler gets hurt, how do they look at that center spot? So there is a lot of vulnerabilities, what ifs, that make for some high risk, high reward. But I think the fact that they are younger means that their window is a lot wider as well.
Where do you see the Lakers kind of fitting into this?
Yeah, good question. I would say 3-4. I mean, I just think the Spurs and the Thunder have clearly established they're in a whole other universe compared to everyone else, and it takes time to establish that continuity and get kind of elite talent. But I think Rob Pelinka hit on the head when he was talking about, you know, the direction after the season. When you have a starting point of having a superstar player like Luka, that helps provide clarity with everything else. So they have a lot of things to address with rounding out the roster. They're 16 right now. What cuts do they make? But having that generational star post LeBron is a heck of a starting point to have as opposed to this whole blank slate.
Yeah. Do you feel like the build is starting
for the Lakers. I mean, the way they pivoted, Brez, the way they brought in new guys, the contracts that they gave, that they are kind of seeking this new core and then they move on from here. But they've also preached that they understand that this takes time to build.
I'm still shocked at how quickly they turned around and signed all those guys on the second day of free agency. I mean, okay, LeBron announces a day before, maybe 2 days before free agency. Lakers and I were parting ways. I mean, that was the 4 fastest signings I can remember in Laker history. I mean, you had that one time where they got Deng and Mozgov pretty quickly after it turned midnight Eastern time, way back when. Obviously, that didn't turn out so well, but just the quickness with which the Lakers acted, it makes me think they've been targeting these guys for a while, and they were ready for the post-LeBron era, and I think the build, to steal your phrase, is happening for sure.
Luka Doncic is no longer just the Lakers' biggest star. He is now the man carrying the weight of an entire franchise. Because after years of living under the shadow of LeBron James, Los Angeles has reached the moment nobody wanted to face. The LeBron era is over. And now the question is terrifyingly simple. Can Luka Doncic become the player who keeps the Lakers from falling behind the NBA's new giants? The answer may depend on the version of Luka that arrives this season. Because the latest images coming out of Slovenia have created a wave of excitement across the league. Luka looks different, leaner, sharper, more explosive, and maybe more importantly, more committed than ever to becoming the leader of the Lakers. After dealing with conditioning questions in the past, Luka appears determined to enter this season in elite shape. This is not just about losing weight. This is about sending a message. The Lakers are no longer LeBron's team. They are Luka Doncic's team. But becoming the face of the Lakers means more than putting up incredible numbers. It means building a culture. And Luka is already making his first major move. Before training camp even begins, Luka Doncic is already acting like a franchise leader. Luka invited the entire Lakers roster, including two-way players, to Slovenia for a 4-day mini training camp. Think about what that means. This is not just a workout. This is chemistry, trust, accountability, the kind of preparation championship teams build before the pressure arrives. And for Luka, this represents a major transformation. Last season, the Lakers still had veteran voices inside the locker room. Marcus Smart brought toughness and leadership. LeBron James brought nearly 2 decades of championship experience. But now, Marcus Smart is gone. LeBron has moved to Philadelphia. The voices that once guided this team are no longer there. The responsibility has fallen directly onto Luka's shoulders. And for the first time in Los Angeles, nobody is questioning who the leader is. It is Luka Doncic. But leadership alone does not win championships. Because waiting for Luka in the Western Conference is a brutal reality. The Lakers enter this new era facing one of the most dangerous Western Conferences in recent memory. The Oklahoma City Thunder, the San Antonio Spurs, 2 teams widely viewed as the new elite forces of the NBA. And that creates the biggest question surrounding Los Angeles. Where do the Lakers actually belong? Because last season, this team was far better than many expected. The Lakers finished 4th in the Western Conference with 52 wins. During their incredible March stretch, they dominated opponents with a 16-2 record. This was not a struggling team. This was a legitimate contender. But losing LeBron James changes everything. Because replacing LeBron is not simply replacing points. You lose leadership, experience, late-game control, the ability to completely change a playoff series. That is why the Lakers are one of the most fascinating teams in basketball. Their ceiling is massive, but their risk is massive too. And that brings us to the biggest question facing this roster. Did Los Angeles actually improve after losing the greatest player of this generation? the Lakers believe they have something most teams spend years searching for. A true franchise centerpiece. Luka Doncic. And around him, the Lakers have created a younger, healthier foundation. Austin Reeves continues to develop. The team added size and protection with Walker Kessler. For years, Los Angeles struggled to find a reliable interior presence. Now they finally have a legitimate defensive anchor. But there are still warning signs. Because outside of Kessler, defensive questions remain. And if Kessler misses significant time, the Lakers could immediately expose one of their biggest weaknesses. This team is not perfect. It is a high-risk, high-reward experiment. A team that could surprise the entire league. Or a team that discovers the West has become too powerful. Some believe the Lakers belong around the third or fourth tier in the conference. Others believe any team with Luka Doncic has a chance to destroy expectations. And that debate is exactly what makes this Lakers team impossible to ignore. Because the Lakers are not rebuilding. They are rebuilding around a superstar. And that changes everything. Rob Pelinka has made one thing clear. The Lakers are not starting from zero. They already have the hardest piece to find in the NBA. A generational player. After LeBron's departure became reality, Los Angeles moved quickly. The organization secured multiple roster moves almost immediately during free agency. The speed was important because it showed something bigger. The Lakers had a plan. They were not waiting for the future. They were building it. And now that future has a name. Luka Doncic. The pressure will be enormous. The expectations will be unfair. Because this is Los Angeles. Anything less than championship contention is considered failure. But for the first time in years, the Lakers have certainty. They know their superstar. They know their direction. And they know the next era has officially arrived. The Luka Doncic era in Los Angeles is here. Now, the only question left is, will Luka lead the Lakers back to the top of the NBA, or will the rising powers of the West end this dream before it begins?
Yo, mic check 1 to 2, -1, -2. Game over for this video, folks. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to stay in the huddle for more. This is NFL Madness, bringing the heat and signing out.